Welcome back once again. You have hit PayDirt. I am your host, Brandon Harriet, aka PayDirt, here with your host, Pay. What's good, Pay?
Man, just another beautiful day in paradise, man. It's what, 40 degrees today in November.
Ooh.
So,
Did we get hot? Did we got a little warmer than Hotlanta in Pittsburgh today?
yeah,
We broke the 50s. Look out now.
yeah, it's I don't like it. I moved south to stay away from cold temps. So F all that BS.
Yeah, it's like frosted in Florida right now. It's upside down. It's upside down, man. No
A lot
bueno.
of my coworkers live in Tallahassee and they've been bitching. Can I say bitching on this show? They've been bitching
Hell
for
yeah,
the
you
last
can.
week. Hey man, like, man, it's so cold, man. I don't know what I would do. I gotta get a space heater. I don't even know where to buy one of those at. I'm like, hey bro, stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. It's 60 degrees where you are. Get out of my face with cold.
We got After Ford over here in the live chat. We appreciate you. After started out their recap I watched last week after the Steelers game. Yeah, she said they played like a bunch of bitches. So I think she made it okay for the whole channel. That's why I played.
Okay.
I'm taking it.
Hey man, when you play like bitches, act like bitches, you get called a bitch.
And
Yeah, I'm with that.
you know what? And just let it rip. Ask for forgiveness, not permission, right?
I like that. I like to live my life that way.
Yes, indeed. Well, unfortunately, we lived our life at 500 again last week, 3-3, squeaking out 3-3. I would like to apologize for my bad take on the San Diego State team that did not bring their defense to Hawaii with them. Only the JV offense came. Yeah, that's a bad pick. And I'm noticing a trend too, Pay. Like, I want people out there, we take out of our pick sixes, same game parlays out immediately. Those bad boys have hit like at a great clip. Like 5 out of 6 hit. Pay attention to those. Pay attention to those same game parlays. It seems that when we dig in deeper and we find more than one thing in a game we like, it's because we've done a lot of research on that game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little.
But it keeps us above 500 for the season. We're at 53% still. Didn't knock us down off of that. But we got to start hitting 4, 5, 6 game winners. What do you say we go clean sweep, 6-0 this week?
I need a clean sweep, B. I need some money. I'm just gonna keep it like that. I want some money, and I don't want to have to work for it.
Yeah. My DK account is stout right now. Knock on wood. We're gonna try to keep it. Try to keep that going. But let's get started with some college football, my friend.
But before the college football starts, I have a game tonight that I've been looking at. Oh yeah, B. Oh yeah, we are in the thick of it. The association is back. Do you know about those
NBA?
Yeah. You know about those Miami Heat?
I know a little bit about the Miami Heat. A little bit.
You know about those Cleveland Cavaliers? They played the other night. They had a rematch going on. A little home and home action, where the home team stays at home.
I do know that the Spider was in Louisville last night.
Yeah, he was. He's a well-traveled man. He only travels a little bit on the basketball court, but in other cases he does travel a lot. And both of those teams travel to the basket quite often. They are very high scoring. The Miami Heat lead the Eastern Conference in points per game at 125 a night. Cleveland isn't too far behind with 122 a night. Both of them give up over 118 points a night on defense as well. What's the total of tonight's game? 239 and a half. Quick math. Their averages are over that combined. The last time these two teams played each other, which was 2 nights ago, the total was 278. I like this to go over as well.
Oh, I can ride with that.
Oh yeah, let's start it off right there. We like points, B. We like life's too short to do what, B?
Bet the under.
Can't do it. You only live once. College football. I mean, what's your first one?
Hold on a second. I'm putting this bet in on the over.
Got to do
All
it.
right, we got it. We're in, locked in.
Yeah.
Hey, man, my first game is going to start with a team that played Notre Dame last week in Navy. They're back home hosting USF. From what I saw out of that Notre Dame game, and listen, USF doesn't have a great defense, a pretty porous passing defense for sure. But I don't think the midshipmen have enough offensive firepower to keep up with USF. They're going to put points on the board. I think they covered this 10.5. I think they win the game by 17 or 21 points. I'm taking USF laying the 10.5.
I don't have any great reason to disagree. So let's go ahead and DraftKings has dropped it to a 10.
Even better. I might even buy that down to 9.5 if that's the case. We'll see.
Why not? We like Florida right now. We like Florida. So I have nothing to disagree. I have nothing to put on this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you my first college football game I'm looking for. You mentioned them. You mentioned those lucky guys in Indiana. Notre Dame at Pittsburgh. Notre Dame right now is 10.5 point favorites at Pittsburgh. And you know why I like this? I think Notre Dame has just got better athletes. Their running game right now against anybody. As soon as I find this game, where's Pittsburgh?
Now, I will say Pittsburgh's freshman quarterback, has been playing pretty well. They're not the same team that lost to West Virginia earlier in the year, but I do agree with you. Notre Dame's definitely got the better athletes on the field.
And like I said last week, it didn't work out for me and where I said last week, but the premise stands the same. We're in that time of season where style points matter. Notre Dame, they started the season rough, so they definitely need a lot of style points. And Pittsburgh, it is I don't want to say quintessential, but they are likely. They are one of those teams that you want to get it up against. No diddy. You want to run the score, and you want to you want to showcase those guys who's going to play on Sundays. Jeremiah Love, Jardaean Price, those guys. I like Notre Dame to go ahead and handle their business in a route. Notre Dame, the line moved 12.5. I still like it.
Now let me give you a couple little other tidbits here. This is in Pittsburgh at Acrisure Stadium. The turf is the same turf it has been for the past 10 years. I don't know why they can't get that right here.
Is that the same turf that disintegrated underneath? What's that? What's my name? What's my man used to play for the Steelers? When he was running and Bain had came through, is that the same turf that fell underneath everything?
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. That was Hines Ward, was it?
Hines Ward, yeah. He was running a kickback, that's how you know that movie sucks. Why would you have Hines Ward on special teams duty? But anyway, go on.
But bad turf. The home team here is technically Pittsburgh, but I'm guessing that you're going to have kind of like the Steelers traveled out to LA last week. I think you're going to see a lot of Notre Dame fans here, a 50-50 split probably in that stadium. So it doesn't have that that home game feel. I think that bad turf, Love knows where he's going and those guys don't. I like him to have a big game here. I think CJ Carr, Pittsburgh's given up several times this year, giving up over 300 yards passing. I think CJ Carr is going to have a big game as well. I like Notre Dame here as well. Talk me into it.
Yeah, and you know what? It's probably just a lot of Catholics in Pittsburgh anyway. Go Irish.
Yeah, a lot of Catholics and a lot of Irish and a lot of Italian. A lot. Ooh. All right, what else you got? Stay on a roll.
My next game, I want to go to the SEC. You know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the best team in the nation, arguably. Alabama is hosting Oklahoma. Line 6 points for the home team. Total 45.5. B. I know you like this game too. Let's talk about it. Let's wrap. I think Oklahoma's offense is too skittish. I think that offense is not something you can really put your money on week in and week out. So we'll stay away from the total. Stay away from that right now. But I also think Alabama's defense is starting to get the hang of things. They're starting to get a midseason form, and they're starting to start looking at that finish line like, hey, what kind of team can we be in the playoffs? What kind of run can we go on? I like Alabama. By more than a touch. I look at my 10 points, man. What see you?
I mean, Simpson only has one interception this year. He's been playing great. I know Mendoza has taken over the favorite for the Heisman Trophy Award, but I think it's either Simpson or Sand to win or lose here. So I like Alabama in this one. I think Oklahoma does have a good line, right? Defensive line, especially. They get after the quarterback pretty well, but I think, Alabama will be stout enough, and I think Simpson's poised enough to play well. Mateer for Oklahoma just has not been the same since he hurt his thumb. He's not throwing the deep ball. He's not keeping the defense kind of from crashing the line of scrimmage. So I think Oklahoma's probably this is a 2-score game. I wouldn't be surprised. I think Bama wins by 13. My guess.
13 helps me out. I'm rolling with it. What you got next?
Oh, man. I talked about this Monday on the Level Up. I asked Big G about it just to see if he thought kind of what I thought here about the Something's Got to Give Bowl, I'm going to call it. We're the Big Ten here. We got Penn State going to East Landfill, Michigan to take on the Michigan State Spartans. Penn State favored by 7.5 on a 6-game losing streak. Second longest losing streak in their team's history. I think this is Penn State getting right, winning this one by 2 tubs.
Wow. 2 tubs?
That's right.
Let me ask you this. Are you confident enough to buy that up? Let's say 10.5.
Does that say a 3:30 game? I'll definitely look at it.
Okay. Penn State did play. They gave Indiana all they could handle. That's also a no diddy. So I'm a little bit more confident in what Penn State and Nittany Lions can do in this game, especially playing Michigan State. Michigan State is god awful.
And listen, they played back to back, Ohio State, and Indiana, but they have played hard. No diddy.
Yes, they have.
They kept that game very close in Columbus in the first half, and I mean Indiana needed to have a game-winning drive right at the end to win. You know.
Unbelievable catch to win that game for the Fighting Signetics. 7.5 was a little bit high for me, but other than the line other than just giving Penn State a lot of faith for more than a touchdown, I don't really have anything else to say about that. So let's go ahead and put that on the slip. We'll talk about it more later.
And it's not. It's just as much betting against Michigan State as betting on Penn State.
And we love betting against Spartans, don't we? One more for me. I'm gonna stay in the SEC. I've got Georgia Georgia playing Texas. Georgia is a 6.5 point fave, and the Bulldogs, just like Bama, they are looking for. They're looking forward to getting right for playoff contention. I have thought Texas has been overrated all season, and I don't know how they're still in the top 10. They've won some games, but they've looked mid. I don't know. Now they're playing a real SEC team in Georgia. One of the creams of the premier conference. Yeah, I like Georgia to go ahead and beat them by 9 and show points. What do you say about that, B?
If I was picking this game, I would pick Georgia. It's at home, night game. Between the hedges, as they say in Georgia. But I like it. I don't love it. I've bet Georgia a couple times this year, but I've always been hesitant. My boy Stockton doesn't quite do it for me. I like to bet quarterbacks I trust a little bit more than him. This is like betting when I feel like the team's a good matchup and I feel like Georgia's got the better team. I still feel like they have a quarterback I don't quite trust that I'm betting on. Not my favorite bet, but if I was picking, I definitely would take Georgia.
Okay, maybe not the spread, but what about we're confident Georgia wins this game.
Yes.
All right. So if anybody is so inclined, Georgia wins straight up. Not as much juice, but we like it. All right. You got any more, or you want to talk professionals?
That's it for me. College football was a little scarce for me this week. I didn't try to force it. I felt a little bit better about the NFL this week. I feel confident about a couple of really good picks in college football, and I'm good with letting that go. They did a good job setting lines this week.
All right. I do not like it when they do a good job setting lines.
No, not what we're rooting for.
No.
Not what we're rooting for at all.
I'm looking for free money. But if another case of free money is where we get from the advertiser. So stay seated. Don't go nowhere. Advertisers got to do their job. We'll be right back on the other side of this break where we get to those professional NFL lines right there. Listen on audio. You know what to do. Keep pay attention to our partners live. We'll be right back after this turn.
Well, welcome back to PayDirt. We've got our college football picks in. You're here again with PayDirt, Brandon, Harry, and Pay Saunders. What's good? We are going to get after this NFL slate because we need to run the table this week. I feel the need to get this one in 6-0. I got one right off the bat. I like.
What is it?
I got two teams right now that, if the season ended today, would be in the playoffs.
Uh-oh.
One of them, I think, is underrated and hasn't played quite to their ability because of some injuries and starting to gel together. The other one, I think, is a little bit fluff. I think they're a little bit fugazi. And I got the Chargers -3 at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Wow.
The Chargers, so on offense, right? Offensive line banged up, both tackles out, Joe All out, big deal. I was really worried about it, really concerned about it this past week. They play the Pittsburgh Steelers. The one thing I know the Steelers can do is rush the quarterback from the outside. They've got 3 guys in the rotation that do a very good job of doing so, and they were able to stymie and stifle them and looked very good. Now, I think Jacksonville here, their defense has been helped out by a lot of turnovers this year, but I think Lad McConkey and some of those guys are starting to turn the corner a little bit for the Chargers. I like the Chargers -3 here. What you say?
I also like Chargers -3. Only thing that gives me pause, it is a long flight from Southern Cal to the North Florida. But I think professional teams have gotten good at that. I mean, they're not. That isn't the death knell that it used to be 20, 30 years ago, right?
I'm going to give you 2 other examples of that, too, since you're there. I bet San Francisco at Jacksonville this year. Dub.
Uh-huh.
I also bet
Yep.
Seattle at Jacksonville this year. Dub.
Are you telling me that Jacksonville can't defend their house against West Coast invaders?
Nah.
Oh, well,
I don't think that's what. They go get their East Coast badges stripped from them.
well, I like it. I like it. I think Jacksonville is reeling a little bit. Did you see how they lost that game to Houston? Not the sign of a good team. So,
No.
26 points in the fourth quarter to Davis Mills, and that was a hell of a beat too. I'll take the LA
MVP.
Charms. Yeah, I'll pencil that ballot in. No hanging chance. I'm going with you on this one. Chargers handling business. My first game. When you were describing this game, if the playoffs started today, both teams would be in. One team had started a little slow due to injuries, and the other one's a little, la 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 la. I thought you saw about this game that I was talking about. Bears, Vikings. Bears, 3-point dog. Going to see the Vikings. Now, if you recall, week 1, Monday Night Football, these two teams squared off first in their first matchup of the season. Bears had them.
Bears dominated 3 quarters.
3.5. 3 quarters. I was about to say 3.5, but that would probably be a little bit stretching a little far. Bears had that game won. J.J. McCarthy looked every bit as a rookie quarterback, and then he found lightning in a bottle. And long story short, Bears ended up losing. Since then, J.J. McCarthy's won one other game. Since then, the Bears have won 6 out of the last 7. Since then, J.J. McCarthy is completing 53% of his passes on the season. That is 1960s NFL type accuracy. Since then, Caleb Williams has become a dog. Franchise quarterback. Unstoppable. Jonathan Grenard may not play in this game. One of the strengths for the Vikings is their ability to rush passers, blitz, and all the other stuff. Caleb Williams is the most elusive quarterback in the National Football League. You got to come at him with 3, no daddy. So, because one guy ain't getting him down. So, 3 points, underdog. I like my odds with this one. I like the Bears to go into the under 500 Vikings dome. The team who has lost 3 out of the last 4 games. They come out of there with a win.
If I was devil's advocate for this one, the Bears defense, not great. Bears pass defense, pretty trash. And the Bears are a little banged up right now on defense.
Offense.
And now you got Justin Jefferson, Addison, Hawkinson coming in. The one thing that does scare me is if McCarthy gets it right. If he gets to 62% completion, it could be rough because there could be some big splash plays there. So again, it gun to my head, I'm betting this one. I'm riding with you. I'll leave it at that.
If was a fifth, I'll be laid out on the floor. I have a couple of shares of Justin Jefferson in fantasy. Hasn't been one of my prouder moments. I like Justin Jefferson. I think he's a fantastic wide receiver, one of the best in the league. I thought he was quarterback proof. This season is not proven to be such with J.J. McCarthy, Carson Wentz throwing the ball. Hasn't had an elite showing as of yet. I don't think that's going to start Sunday. I'm gonna stick to what I know. I'm gonna stick to what both teams have shown me thus far, and I'm taking the better team that's tied for number 1 in the division, 6-3, Chicago Bears. Hold on, you can't cap that off without putting it in there. Whoa! I was going crazy right there, but yeah, just the Bears. Let's go to B. What's your next one? What do you got?
Well, it's the game I think is the game of the week. There's a couple of them you can make the arguments with.
Okay.
But I think that 4 o'clock window's got a barn burner here with the Seahawks going to the LA Rams.
I agree with you. I can't wait to play. Can't wait to watch this one.
The Rams are a 3-point favorite. I can't figure out which way to call it. Both these teams are well-rounded teams. They play well on defense. They play well on offense. But I think the firepower of JSN. I really liked Arroyo with the Seahawks at tight end as well. They're two-headed monster at running back. The Rams, you know all too well, Kyron Williams. And Matt Stafford's having an MVP type season. I'd love to see him get one. I think he deserves it. And Devontae Adams has played really well. And Puka Nacua is a stud. So some even say he just needs to have his hands open. That's it. But I think they score here. I don't know who's going to win the game. I think either one of them could win the game. I think it's going to be very close. I like over 48.5. I think the winner here has to be in the 30s. I think it's going to be a race to break 31 to win this game. What do you think? Fine.
We talked earlier about the oddsmakers having a good week. I think this was a bad one. I like this game. Everything you said, it seems all the way. This game should be at 1.5 spread, but they've got it all the way up to 3. It's kind of crazy because I don't see how any team has a distinct advantage over the other one. Or Matt Stafford having 4 consecutive games of 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Puka, being all you gotta do is throw it up near him if his hands are open. Unless his hands are in shackles, he can catch the ball. JSN, dog. The defense for the Seattle Seahawks, dogs. The 3-headed running back offense for the Seattle Seahawks, crazy. With Charbonnet, Kenneth, and the other guy who broke somebody's ankles repeatedly in the red zone last week. So it's a who's who. It's an anybody's game in the NFC West. We said it last week. We hate calling NFC West games because they go either way. And I like this one to go either way. I'm gonna stay away from the picking the winner or picking the spread of this game. However, I like this to go over. I agree with you there. I like the total is a little light for me. This is a 50-point game, if not 52.5 at least, right?
That's where I have it at, yeah.
Yes, let's go ahead and put that over. Go ahead and put that on the slip.
All right, what you got next?
There's another NFC West game right underneath that. The San Francisco Niners at the Arizona Cardinals. I don't know if you saw that news that came out today. Not today, but a couple of days ago. The Cardinals are looking to disassociate themselves from Kyler Murray. So for the foreseeable future, Mr. Brissett is the guy calling the shots in the huddle for the Arizona Cardinals. He looked good up until last week when I had to go out on a plank for him, and then he bombed. But not holding any grudges against them. The Niners are a team that's I don't think they're the same weight class as the Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks, as they destroyed the Cardinals last week. But I do think San Francisco is at least better than the Cardinals, and I think Arizona. I give them a lot of credit for a lot of things, but I don't know if they can bounce back against another divisional opponent. I like San Francisco to cover the 3 quite easily against Arizona. What do you think about that?
I agree with you, and I think this has to come down to a little bit of the onto factor. San Francisco needs to bounce back here to keep playoff hopes alive and kicking and going in the right direction. The Arizona Cardinals have already reached out to their travel agents and have some plans for after the season's over. So I like the 49ers here to win. Again, I agree with you. This is a 2-score game in my mind.
I do like that Temptations Resort in Cancun. Check that out, Arizona. You won't be dissatisfied with that. Bring a pineapple if you want. Uh, NFC West. Kansas City Chiefs, Denver Broncos. Old rivals, new stories. Do you think, one, two-part question. Do you think it's disrespectful to have the Denver Broncos at home as a 3.5-point dog? And two, do you think they could pull off the quote-unquote upset?
Did you watch the Denver Broncos game? Was it last week, a week before, past couple weeks? Have you seen a play like?
Well,
they've
to
looked
answer the
good.
question,
They've looked good against the Cincinnati Bengals defense and the Giants defense in the second half. Other than that, I don't know that they've looked good all year on offense.
to answer that question, I have seen them play, and I am ashamed to say that. It doesn't matter what game I watched; they all look the same. They are winning some
Ugly games.
ugly isn't the word. They are not pleasing to the eye whatsoever.
Atrocious. Appalling.
There's no reason why they can't do that again against the Kansas City Chiefs. 'Cause this is not the Kansas City Chiefs of old, of yesteryear. This is not your daddy's Kansas City Chiefs that were running off Super Bowls. This is not them. If the playoffs started today, the Kansas City Chiefs aren't making the playoffs.
Correct, Mundo.
Yeah. So to answer the question, is it disrespectful that the Broncos are underdogs in their own building?
Who gives a damn? 27-17 Chiefs.
Ooh, that's too much points. B. Slow down. You got to build it up. This is definitely going under. Come on. You think the Broncos scored almost 30 points? Come on.
Wait, what's the over-under?
Over-under is 43.5.
I got it right on the nose. 44.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
24-14 make you feel better?
19-14. Something close to something very odd. An odd looking number sounds really good to me. 18-13 type final.
22-15.
Yeah, something disgusting like that. I like that one. Give me the Broncos. Give me the Broncos to win this game.
You got the Broncos. I got the Chiefs.
Wow. But we both take the under.
No, I had the over.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The opposite sides of the stand here.
Well, we go ahead and take that right off right now. Any more for NFL Sunday?
I think I got one
Detroit.
that you can agree with.
Let's hear it.
Team that's starting to get a little more health on its side. Team that maybe lost the game. They shouldn't have lost to the Minnesota Vikings. I like them to bounce back in Philadelphia. The Detroit Lions plus 2.5 at Philly. I like them to win the game outright.
Well, Detroit did win last week against the DC Commandos in their building.
Yeah, they blew them out. But 2 weeks ago they lost against Minnesota.
Uh-huh.
Didn't like that.
No. And Philly's coming off a disgusting win against those Green Bay Packers. So, and right now they got the Eagles as a 2.5-point favorite, as you said.
You know damn well that game didn't keep me up past halftime.
You know damn well I didn't watch it. I felt like that game needed a little bit for it to get good. Let it sit for let it build up a lather. And I looked at the score around halftime, and I'm like, no. It was 5-2.
And I might do somebody dirty on Friday because of this game. All you that said, hey, it's part of the game. Don't be mad because you're not good at it. But tush push is here to stay. That's what you get. That's what you get. You get that BS game.
Speaking of BS, I think this line is a little BS. I think this line should be a lot lower as well. The Philadelphia Eagles haven't shown you that excellent in any facet this year so far. While the Detroit Lions, they have shown you that they can do certain things. I'm gonna take the Lions with you there, B. I'm gonna go Lions plus 2.5.
The Eagles have been excellent with arguing amongst each other.
Passive aggressiveness. I give them a 99 overall in passive aggressive.
All right, you got anything else this week that you like?
Absolutely not.
I got one bonus that I can't put on this sheet, but I want to share. I think you might dig it. I wasn't nearly as excited about the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings. One thing I was excited about, though, if you start looking at the Minnesota Vikings, they've been giving up some pretty good yards to receivers this year, more so than in the past. And like you said, quarterback play is at an all-time high right now in Chicago. Roma Dunze, his over-under set at 50 yards receiving. I moved that bad boy up to 80-plus yards and got plus 233. And I locked it in. A little too rich to put on the parlay, but I like this bet.
I like the sound of it. Just as somebody who's had Rome and his SGPs a lot the last month, I'm just going off receptions, not even yards. He's hit over 4 catches twice in the last 5 games. So
I think his body type and build is good at the matchup against the Minnesota Vikings.
I hope so. Him and DJ they've been alternating catchless games. So Rome had a catchless game 2 weeks ago. DJ had a catchless game this past week. What does that mean for this weekend?
I looked for Loveland's yards, but it wasn't on DK.
Nah. They won't show up till Sunday morning. Check back in early Sunday morning. All right, B. We got 11 we got to get rid of.
Woo!
Not 11 we got to get rid of. We have 11 we got to get down.
Total. We got to get rid of 5.
You got to get rid of 5. That's right. 5. Right.
All right. So
all right.
On the college scope, I felt like where we agreed most was Alabama. That's a lock for me.
That's correct. Now, elsewhere in the college, we do have South Florida, I'm sorry, 10-point fave. Notre Dame, 12.5-point fave. Penn State, 7.5-point fave. Georgia winning outright. I do have this NBA game on here. If you didn't show up early, first game I picked over 239.5. Cleveland Cavaliers at the Miami Heat tonight. I think just keeping the spirit of the show, we go ahead and move the basketball right on out of here. But you go ahead and bet that right now. Just go ahead and bet that.
I agree with that, and I would say, looking at those teams that are on there that we've taken, I would say the most iffy performance that you're gonna get out of somebody is probably going to be Penn State. I would think Penn State has been one of those teams that has looked better of late, but has absolutely shit in their helmet. So probably in the name of getting, minimizing risk, I would say we should probably get rid of that Penn State game.
Agreed. I did want to tell you that earlier, but yeah, let's go ahead and nix the Nittany Lions out of there. That leaves us with 4 college games. We don't have to have a hard set at 3 college games, 3 and 3. But do you want to hold and check over the NFL one more time before we come back to college? All right.
Let's do that.
So our NFL games, we got the Chargers 3-point faves, Bears 3-point dogs, over 48.5 in the Seattle LA game. Niners 3-point fave, Detroit Lions 2.5-point dogs. B, I'm gonna start here. I like both our underdog picks for 2 reasons. 1, value. 2, all the reasons we laid out earlier as far as why these teams are trending in the right direction, why their opponents are vulnerable. And if we're going to keep playing by the rules as far as mitigating risks and keeping things juicy, I think there's great value, and it's not as risky as it may seem. One, they're low numbers, right? And when you pick the underdogs, you don't have to. I mean, it's a lot more avenues to go ahead and cash that. And you got to keep it close. I ain't got to win. I just keep it close. And so I'm all in on keeping the Bears and the Lions on this slip. How do you feel?
I'm all in on the Lions. The Bears make me a little nervous.
Make you a little nervous. All right. The Lions are playing a better team.
But let's
than the Vikings.
let's not. You don't have to take them off though. I think the Lions and the 49ers were the two that we agreed with the most.
Yes.
If we want to go by that.
I think we agree with the Lions, 49ers, and the over in the Seahawks LA game.
So do you want to bet the ones we agreed with the most?
You know what? That's usually how we do this. Let's go ahead and do it that way.
We'll cut my Chargers and your Bears.
Let's do it. All right. That's fair. See how democracy works there, people? Yeah. Send us to Washington. We can fix this. We can fix this country right up.
Now we got 7.
Right.
So here's my question to you: the Georgia money line, I think we really like, and we need a little bit of a win there. So let's look at which one do you like better: Notre Dame minus 12.5 or South Florida minus 10?
I think the opportunity for South Florida to come in is a lot better than Notre Dame. Simple fact: I don't think Navy can hang.
I don't think so either.
Pittsburgh, while I said all I said about Pittsburgh, they are still a top 25 team.
And that quarterback could get hot, right?
They could get hot. But to re-ask you the same question, what doesn't that's the same argument can be given to Alabama minus 6 over Oklahoma, correct? They are Oklahoma's a top 15 team. Right?
It is, but I'm telling you, my eye test doesn't say that they belong on the same field.
All right. I don't disagree. I think Alabama is one of the best 2-3 best teams in the nation. So, all right. So we agree. Pittsburgh, Notre Dame takes the Yaks.
I think so. Now that said, I'm definitely betting that game.
Right. And we keep the slip right here at 7. The odds are 7,221. Removing that game brings us down to 6 picks, 6-leg parlay. Total odds are 3,701. That's not a bad slip there, B. I mean, that's 3 to 1. That's
if you wanted the juice, you would keep Notre Dame minus 12.5 and get rid of that Georgia money line.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. But
right.
Again, it's a not dangerous game, but it's a delicate dance you got to do with value and mitigating risk. And you make a good point. You want to get a win early. Get the ball rolling. Georgia, just get the win and let's start getting the good vibes up. We love vibes. I feel like good mojo just helps push the parlay in the right direction, right?
I dig it.
All right. So almost 4-1 odds on this slip there, B. I can't wait to put this in. We've been no diddying a lot this hour, man.
For sure.
What is wrong with us?
Just to recap for everybody, on this pick 6, we got Bama minus 6. We got USF minus 10. We got the Georgia money line, 49ers minus 3, Lions plus 2.5, and the Seahawks, Rams over 48.5.
That's right.
Lock it in. 6-0.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. Tell everybody where they can see you next and what you got going on.
Chicago Bears previewing the game against the Minnesota Vikings at the First Order Chicago Sports Fan channel. That will hit all airwaves Friday morning, wherever you get your podcasts, and also available on YouTube. You want to get those. You want to check that out because it's going to be a great show. We got some axes to grind. We got some fades to run. And we're gonna have a good time talking football. We got Chicago Bulls. See Red Nation. They're actually above 500 for the first time in a long time this deep into the season. And I know it's only 10 games in, but that's how the Bulls have been lately. We got basketball episodes, recaps every other day. Again, everywhere you get your podcast, and also available on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. B, what you got at Running Through the Jungle?
We got Running Through the Jungle coming up in about 45 minutes. And then we'll be live on YouTube or obviously wherever you get your podcast. And then Fridays, I'll be on the homies talking that yak. I think I'm going to do people dirty. I feel frisky. I just feel frisky, you know? So, yeah, I got a lot of things to say. Things to get off my chest.
Of year. It's a frisky time of year.
It is. Not as much to do outside. It's getting cold. Ugh. Yeah, good stuff.
We'll have to go back to Florida. All right, B. I want to get you out of here, man. Talk those Bengals. Go Bengals. Who do y'all play this week?
The Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Huh.
How about it?
How about it? How about it indeed? 2-0?
I'll be talking that yak.
Catch us next week where we try to hit PayDirt.
Peace.